Okay, cool. Let's begin. So we are looking at logic for the Nmat, and this is the sample logic right from the time from the previous year as far back as 2019. Logic. This type of question has been there, and each time they vary it. And so the key thing here is to think as fast as possible to find patterns. So we think as fast as possible to find patterns. That's all. And so the light kind of what are the patterns we are looking from there. When we look at this is input. Although this is not stated, the last one should be the output. If you read the question, you will notice in the question they have said this is in the question where they say the output. What is it that they mean by this output? What they actually mean is step B. So step B is the output they are referring to. So what we have already, so when you look at this, what sense you can make out of this? But okay, so this, if you are solving it from the first side, it may not really, so it may be quite a little too lengthy. Okay, so when you look at this, and something connects, first, when you see these numbers as input 9, 5, and 5 or 9, between 1 and 1, there's one thing that will come to mind is that all these are perfect squares. That also, all these are perfect squares. So these are perfect squares. So all of them are perfect squares. And we can start thinking from there by saying that, oh, these are perfect squares. Perfect squares. So these are perfect squares. Okay, since they are perfect squares, what did they do with the perfect square? That's another thing we ask ourselves. So what is it that they did with the perfect square? So we can say the square root of 9 is 3. Oh, that works. Or well, we can always be a little excited. Each step what? So the square root of 9 is 3, the square root of 5 is 5. We move on to the square root of 81. The last one, the square root of 81 is 9. And that's it now. That will make you happy. Now step 1 is gone. Step 2. So you look at this and start thinking, maybe, or it's obviously that maybe something was added. What is it that is added? But if you look at this again now, you start noticing again. You start noticing pattern again. So you start noticing pattern. Or so this is 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 0 work. You will actually try many things and find out the one that can work. So 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay, that works. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 2 is 17. Wow, that's working. It's always good to go and try the last one. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 9 is 27. Yes, 3 times 9 is 27. Then 27 plus 2. 27 plus 2. 27 plus 2 is 29. So that's what we do. So we are getting that line. The next one is step 3. Oh, 3 plus 11 is 14. That works for us. 5 plus 17 is 22. Oh, that is working. We go to the last one, which is 9. Yes, 9 plus 9 is 2. So that works. Then we move on. About step 4. What can we do? We start thinking of what to do. So always start from something. Or what do you notice about what do you notice about step 4? What is one thing you notice about step 4? Okay, so there is no, it's always good to think systematically. Or everything is step, yes, oh, everything is step 4. Everything in step 4 is an even number. That means, that means we must have multiplied something with an even number. So that is kind of a way of starting. And again, 14 plus 14 is 20. 14 plus 14 is 28, not 30. Something is missing. 22 plus 22 is 44. Only 2 is missing. 30 plus 30 is 60. So only 2 is missing. 38 plus 38 is 76. Only 2 is missing. So we can say if I double step 3 and add 14 times 2 is 28 plus 2, 30. 22 times, yeah, 22 times 2, 44 plus 2 is 46. You see, it's working. 38 times 2 is 76 plus 2 is 78, so it works. So I think the last time we solved this, what I was thinking, I said 14 plus 1, 15 times 2. So that also works. Mm-hmm. But if you see that there is no particular way of doing it, but you need to think fast and yes, what's going on. Now the final step 5. So if you are looking at step 5, so what is going on? What is going on with step 5? Step 5 is step 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2, 5 works. 5 plus 2, 7. And the last one, 9 plus 2, 11. Now we are putting all the steps, and that makes a lot of sense. Now let's go to the options. Let's now start answering. Let's now start answering the question itself. So in trying to answer the question, so we look at it again. Then what is the question that they're asking us? The question is, if the output at step B, if the output at step B is 15, then what will be the input to the program? The output at step B, that is the last step, is 15. So they're saying if here is 15. So one thing we can do, one thing, depending on time, so is one thing you can train for this exam. One thing that you can train is the ability to hold visual images. That you can do visual calculation. But this is something that you can do. So we can join this line here for this question. So join it like this. And not necessary to join all the lines. So if the 5, if here is 15, right? And we know that 2 plus 9 is 11. So if you want to go back to here, hello? Yes, so to go back here, we are going to get 13, is that not? Because 2 plus 13 is 15. Yeah, right? You should get this. This is a straightforward thing. Are you focused? Yes, are you focused in this one? Okay. 9 plus 2. Yes. Yes, the question is saying that this place is 15. Here is 15, right? So to get back here, that is so what is here is 15 minus 2. Because 13 plus 2 is 15. So 15 minus 2 is 13. Right? Oh, okay, now let me ask you, what's the relationship between 81 and 9? Yes. Perfect square. So pay attention to this. This is how to get better. This is how to get better at this. There's no shame. Right. Now, to get better at this, you need to go so what is perfect square, you're supposed to be clear about what is perfect square. Because if you are not clear about what's the perfect square, it's going to be a little hard. The question said that the question named the perfect square, no. So you are the one that figured out that. So what's the relationship? The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 25 is 5. The square root of 81 is 9. The square of 9 is 81. The square of 1 is 1. The square of 4 is 16. So what we are looking at for the input. So how do we get the input now? Since we have the thing. Exactly. So 13 times 13 is what? Yes. Yes, 13 times 13 is what? 169. So that is it. So the correct answer here is 169. Now let's go to the next question. Yes, the answer is 169. Remember that the answer is of little significance. The answer is little significance. Yes, what you need to understand is the process, right? It is the process, and the process gets easier if you are participating. Next question is yes. Yes, now that is what we want to answer. So what do you connect? If the input yes, can you do it? Can you try? Let me give you a minute to try. Start now. Yes, yes, this is 64. We have 64 here. Yes, step one, get step one. You're wasting time. So what is the step one? This is not the same thing by repeating sense. You need to heighten your focus when you come to study. It's not the way we studied before. This one, this exam demands that you study there immediately and capture it. It's not even because of the math. How about the verbal session, where they will give you a long and boring passage to read? You will read it and make sense of it. Answer questions instantly. We are not waiting till tomorrow. So we need to train our brain to read and understand and decode fast. Yes. So what do we do with the 64? There is nothing like perfect score of 64. Get the languages today. Spend a lot of your time doing this. Spend a lot of your time doing this term. Get this term. Get this terms. Right? So what we are doing, look at what we did again. Take for instance, 81. So we did 81. The square root of 81 is 9. So that is how we got 9. The next step, the next step is 9 times 3. 27 plus 3 is 29. 29. Then step 1 plus step 2. 9 plus 29 is 8. Then step 4. So what do we did? Step 4. What do we do again? I forgot it. Okay, step 4. So it's either we double the 38 and add 2, or we add 1 to 38 and then double it. Then, so what do we do? The last step, the 1 plus 2. So what you have to get it, you have to get it. This is not a difficult thing. So nobody's asking you, nobody's asking you to differentiate integrate. What is the formula? No, this is something that is working with your brain. This is just testing your level of alertness, right? Not just to say, okay, so what do we do with the 64? The square root of 64 is what? The square root of 64 is 8. This here is 8. 8 plus 2, because the last one will be 8 plus 2. That is 10. Done. So we have solved it. 10. Alright. Let's move to the next one. Okay. Is that only two questions there? There's another. So that seems to be only two questions, but I thought it's usually more than that. Okay, this is another one. Maybe it's how the person has said it. Okay, okay. See the next one. So let's solve this. Let's solve this. Let's solve this. I hope you can participate now. First, read the question. Tell me what the question is asking. First, read the question and tell me what it's asking. Yes, yes, focus yes, on the question. Yes, Okay, all right. I don't know. So, what? Who can you see from the own end? Is there any other person joining the class? Oh, serious. Okay, and Nora, welcome. Uh, Good morning. All right. We want to solve backward. This question is not hard. Wow. Okay, let's see. First, it is very consoling. Don't you think it's consoling? Because 44, whether you write 44, whether you move forward or move backward, 44 is going to be the same thing. So that is very consoling. He said if step 2 of an article series of an article series got written backward with last element appearing first, but 44 we still be 44 anyway. And okay, so 44. Then what was the input series? It means that all the steps we are written backwards. Now, see what we are going to do. We go to step 2. Is that not? So we just go to step 2 and start looking at step 2. But remember now it is 44. If step 2 is 44, so we need to work backwards. But 44 is equal to, there's no problem. If step 2 is 44, how do we arrive at 44? We first need to subtract 2 from it. Is that not? We subtract 2 from it. Is that 44 minus 2? 42. Yes. And we multiply by 3. Remember when we multiply by 3? Do you remember? I mean, for step 1, how we got step 1? Step 1 is just the square root of the input. Then step 2, so the step 2 is 3 times step 1, then plus 2. So now that we have 44, we take the 2 out first. We now have 42, right? So 42 divided by 3. 42 divided by 3. 14. Remember that when we are saying 42, we already know that it is divisible by 3 because the number is divisible by 3. Then the sum of its digits is also divisible by 3. Kind of, at least we are sure so we are certain it's going to work out. So now we have 14. It means that step 1 is what? What's step 1? So step 1 is 14. Then what's the input? Which is what they're asking us. This is not the input that they're asking us. What are they asking us? Then so they're asking us the input. To find the input, 14 squared is what? One 96. So the answer must contain 196. Is that not? Then you see that they are making it easier for us because the answer must contain 196. So the only one that is with 196, we take it. So this is the only one with 196. Assume we have to 196, so we can start separating it again. But it's only one that is 196. All right, let's look for another question. Or did I set only that? Is this also a question? Okay, so this is another question. But now, I want to give you all the chance. You know this Nigeria. Some people now if they give them Nigeria president for 1 week, Togo may not be better than Nigeria. But now, you have all the opportunity to solve this question now. Look at it. It's your turn. Your time is going. It's counting. Even by now, we're supposed to remember some of these offhand. You're supposed to remember what the sequence is going. 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay? Oh, yeah? So, so what is the first thing to do? Which of the following sequence of inputs, sequence of inputs, sequence of inputs we give the sequence of corresponding outputs? So the corresponding outputs 13, 15, 16, 17, you know. So the most important thing is what can give that? What will you have as that add 2 to it? It's not what to think about. It's 11. 11 squared. 129. 121. So that is only one. 121. But I know in the morning, in the earlier session, I was telling you how we manipulated an answer. Auntie Nora, Auntie Nora, is she there? Yeah. Assuming we don't know any other thing, how can we still get the answer? Because the way they said it, yes, the way they said it, I don't think we needed to solve it. Yes. Huh? Say what? Yes. Now. eh, It's like it's like we are not in this country. People are thinking very fast. It's not how they think in this country. You see that new party that forming ADC. Eh? Hello? Are you there? No, I'm even referring to if you see that party that forming, if you think very slow, that party, that ADC, they just be forming this way. If you think like this, even councillor, ward secretary, you not get, you not get. All right, how to think? See, it's when you see question, you allow yourself. Should I tell you what I think? Should I say so that we can end this? Eh? See, all the inputs are perfect squares. All the inputs are perfect squares. There is at least one non perfect square here. There is a 67 is not a perfect square. 200 is not a perfect square. We know that 102 is a perfect square. The only list that is all perfect squares is this one. So you didn't even need to think about it. All right. Thank you for joining me. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you this. You have to think like a politician. You have to think. Yes, you have to think hard. That is the process of getting one is too hard. It's hard compared class 2 days, 20 is not 25. Oh, one of the oh what oh one of oh cannot they cannot be to eliminate them. Before you even take the fastest step you can do to get them to get only one step, you will have to do this because so let's do big package square. You see in this class one thing I mentioned is a little rule. When we wanted to divide 22 by 2, I know that at least students can divide it. So at the point when we got to 42 divided by 2, I know that this is the right step that we are taking. So you kind of remove a lot of mathematical concepts. It helps you to move faster. Alright, so thank you for joining me this morning. I was trying to record this session. I don't know whether okay, thank you and let's see. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Bye.